Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 19 of the Minecraft series. In this episode, I am going to build the animal barn. I built up all of these automatic animal farms a couple of episodes ago, and they've sort of just been sitting here out in the open, looking quite ugly. And I was thinking that I'd make a big barn to hold all of them. I was thinking I'd maybe put it in this corner here, and so it just looks like, you know, one of those typical red barns, and I can just put all of the farms in here. It'll be like one nice area where all of my animals are kept, and it can sort of hide the ugliness of some of these farms. So the main thing I'll have to do is get the materials for it. I'm thinking of making it out of bricks, so I'll have to go get a whole bunch of clay and then laying it out, then building it and putting all of these animals in. First, I have to go get some clay. I think whilst I'm doing that, I'll figure out what other blocks I might want to use with it. I was thinking maybe another block I could try and mix in. I could use some mangrove wood, this really nice red, and I actually haven't found any of it yet, so we could maybe try and look for a mangrove swamp as well. The clay actually won't be too difficult, but the difficult part will definitely be trying to look for the mangrove. So I'll fly around. Once I've got enough blocks harvested, I'll then come back and we'll start figuring out the layout for this build. We have certainly found our clay. This is really good. I mean, wow, look at how much clay there is. Yeah, we are absolutely set. I might get like at least a shulker box full. That should be good enough. And then we'll keep flying around looking for the mangrove. Okay, I have dug out a whole bunch of clay. I've got an entire shulker box full and a couple of extra stacks, so I think that should be enough. So now I'll just tunnel back up out of here, and then we can keep flying and keep searching for the mangrove swamp. Finally found it! Yes! This took like an hour! Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these trees. I'll get a whole bunch of mud as well. And I think these, yeah, the propagules. I think these are the like sapling equivalent for the mangrove trees. So I'll get a whole bunch of these propagules. I'll get a whole bunch of wood. I'll get some leaves. I'll get the roots. I'll get all of this mud. We'll just stock up on all the stuff, and then we can finally go home. I've made it back, but cool. Okay, so we can look at all of the stuff we got. We'll actually do it in here. Honestly, bringing 4 extra shulker boxes was just enough. So we got, you know, some moss, some mushrooms, some clay. I flew over the mushroom biome, so I just gathered some mushroom whilst I was there. Whole bunch of mangrove stuff. Got the propagules, so we can plant those, because we will need to harvest quite a lot of them for the logs. Got some mud, coal, etc, etc. Some ice, the cherry blossom stuff, some sand, some more clay, and then this entire shulker box. So, not bad. Actually got quite a lot of different stuff. So I'll smelt down all of the clay into bricks, farm up a bit more mangrove, and then we will finally start on laying out the barn and then finally building it up. Okay, I have spent about an hour, maybe a bit longer, collecting all of the stuff, but we have it all ready. So, got 2 shulker boxes full of bricks, haven't turned them into actual brick blocks yet. I've got a bit of mangrove logs as well, and we've got a whole bunch of cobbled deep slate. I'm thinking I might try and replicate a similar sort of roof. So now it's just a matter of figuring out the layout, how big I want it, and then building it up will be fine. So I probably want it to, I don't know, come up to maybe here. And we want it to be big enough to hold all of these farms. I'll just quickly go through, plan out a rough layout, put down like rough spots for where the farms will go, and then if that works, I will then start building. So this will be the entrance, and then we walk through here, and then basically just lining the walls along here will be all of our farms. We can maybe do something in the middle as well. Maybe we can put our chickens in here. And we can actually make it maybe 2, maybe 3 stories high, so that we can, I don't know, maybe we can move something else in here, or just to have more room for more farms. Honestly, we could actually, yeah, so that works perfectly for sheep. So actually, we could probably do just sheep on this first floor. Yeah, and then maybe we can do the chickens through the middle. This could be like a ladder that we go up. We could have this, could have then like a second layer here. I think we can probably squeeze in 3 layers before it will start looking a bit weird. I think this is probably big enough. Yeah. Yeah, we could fit like 4 pigs, 4 cows, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16 total sheep pods as well. I think this is a good layout. Basically, I'll just do a time lapse of building this, and I will figure out what it'll look like as I go. But yeah, I will start building this now, and I will come back when it is finished. Okay, I've sort of finished it. The roof was up to here before, but it looked too tall, so now that new layer there is where I want to have the roof. But I think the problem now is the barn is actually too wide, so I was thinking I could probably bring this in maybe 2, 3 more blocks, and that should stop the roof from looking so squished. I'm hoping that we'll be able to round it out a bit more, and it's not too much of a space loss. The sheep farm only comes up to here anyway, so I've actually got, 4 blocks extra, and the pigs and cows will only come up to like here anyway. So I think I can probably make it 4 blocks smaller, and I think that should help. I am annoyingly going to have to tear down 2 blocks on either side, but I think it will make it look a whole lot better. I am finally done with the barn. I'm actually really happy with how it looks now. The roof looks so much better. The main thing left to do now is obviously just put the glass back in, give it some windows, and then just move the animals in. I've put the glass in, and now it is done. I've also lit up the entire place as well, so we've got 3 different layers ready for us to put our animals into. Okay, I've finished putting in the sheep. I've got 16 pods with them in here, and it's the exact same design as over there. And then I've got just these double chests down here where it'll collect all the wool. I'm thinking I'll quickly grab a whole bunch of dyes and dye them some different colors as well, just so we can get different colored wool. I also replaced the trapdoors along here with some leaves. The main reason was because the redstone dust for these was activating them. I've replaced it with the leaves, and the leaves actually look quite nice anyway, so I've done that on both sides. But yeah, so the last thing I need to do for this now is just to dye the sheep, and then the sheep are completely done. I've got all 16 available dyes, including white, and I have 16 sheep pods, so it perfectly matches up so that we can have one colour for every sheep. So this will be white, this will be light grey, dark grey, black, brown, red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple, magenta, and pink. Now this will give us just a massive supply of every different coloured wool. So now that that's done, what I need to do now is move the cows and pigs in as well. I have moved the pigs and cows. I actually ditched the idea of the farms. It just wasn't going to actually fit in this, and it's not automatic anyway, so I've just put them in pens and I can just come up here and breed them all and then obviously kill them when I need to. I thought this is probably the best thing to do because yeah, it was just going to be too awkward to build the farms anyway. And then up here I've placed a whole bunch of chests for storage of food, but then obviously meat as well and the wool. So just basically excess overflow storage. If I can't be bothered taking it back to mine, I can just put it in the chests up there. Now all that's left is literally just moving the chickens in and then we are done. Okay, I have finished the automatic chicken farm as well. I still need to neaten things up, but I have transferred the auto cooker over here. I haven't ended up putting another egg farm here because if I don't have the lava on, the chickens will accumulate on the bottom and give me heaps of eggs anyway. And it was producing so many, I just was basically trashing them the entire time. So it's basically just all in this one thing here. And I think to sort of like even it out, on this side I might move my automatic composter over there here instead. Everything is done. We've got our automatic egg and chicken cooker. We've got our 16 sheep pods. And then we've got big pens for our pigs and cows to breed up in a little storage area up top. All in all, I'm really happy with this build. Like, the barn itself looks really cool, and I feel like I've managed to incorporate the animals in a quite nice, compact, and still fairly automated way. And basically putting them in here has gotten rid of them over here, so it'll be less noisy. This is just one contained area for them. So I think that is where I will leave it for this episode. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to leave your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!